you so much, Frankie, and thank you so much to Hans Sama and Exakick for joining me on PGL. Obviously, I have two French players. The plan for today was for Law to host the entire LEC day. Unfortunately, she's unwell. I hope you're feeling good, and I hope you get well soon. It would have been an amazing all-French PGL, so I'll do my best to replace Law. First, I have to apologize. Let's start by talking about the game. Hans Sama, it started off pretty even. It started off pretty tense. How was it that you and G2 were able to unlock the win and ultimately crush Exakick and SK?
Well, I think we had, for the most part, the control until, well, some bad stuff happened. But then I felt like we had really two really strong champions, or even three. Like the Shogath was scaling like crazy. He was like so huge in all those team fights, and the Maokai just press out and win. And Jace is pretty strong pick as well, and I think we've just controlled the early game a bit. I think we blundered at some point. I feel like we are under heroes, but after that I think we made some plays that was good. So we could scale.
I'm going to interrupt. When you watch the clips back, it's really tough, not only being on the couch here with the guy who just beat you, but also how did the game go from your perspective? What was it that cost you an SK?
I think I misplayed a bit, like the lane, like at some point early on, like level 4 when I have to flash out and stuff. So I remember this already, and then I think we made a good comeback, but we had to give top for it. Like we have to move the Siren to bot and make a dive. So that created this monster that we see on the screen, kinda.
Yeah.
And I think then I saw the Drake fight where we kinda fought poorly, I would say. And they just snowballed. Like we could not kill like their top jungle. They were too tanky, and the Jace was just one-shotting everyone. And then there is like the Kalista that has ulti for the North, and she one-shots my front line. So.
Can I just say something really quickly? First of all, thank you so much. It is a difficult situation being here. I want to let the viewers know at home that we made the request to have both of you join us on PGL, win or loss, and both players and orgs said that's fine, we're happy to be there. So I just want to say thank you for that. I do want to ask Exakick, SK, along with some of the other teams like BDS, Astralis, stepping up, surprising. How do you feel about your spring split so far? You're at least guaranteed a tiebreaker to make it into groups. The most likely is you're going to get there, right? But obviously looking very consistent, making G2 work, it has to feel good, right?
It's fine, I'd say. I mean, I would rather win, of course, but I think, at least personally, I'm kind of disappointed at my spring splits. When I look at my winter splits. Yeah, maybe it's like the bot lane meta that changed a bit, and now I'm a bit worse, but yeah, definitely feels good. I think it proves kinda everyone that names don't play for, you know, like you just need to be a good player and it doesn't matter what's your name.
Yeah, and it's about the team, right? How well they synergize.
Yeah, I think the team synergy is like very important, and I think the teams that are working like Astralis, BDS, and us, the new like underdogs, I would say, it's just all about the team synergy, and I think it's kind of nice, yeah.
It is really nice. It's great for me as a shoutcaster, as a viewer, as a fan. Hans Sama, I turn to you. So you're not locked for groups. Did you know that? With that win, you're not guaranteed. I know the likelihood was there. But yes, you're guaranteed at least top 8. I want to bring the standings up because what's a little surprising to me is with BDS bouncing back from Vitality, BDS are also locked in the group stage. So Hans Sama, I think the standings are there to your left. I don't know how good your eyes are. You can also see that one over there. But when you look at these standings, how surprised are you, Hans, in terms of where we're at? Especially when you look, XL Mad Lions picked out on the bottom. So, you know, what's your immediate takeaway?
I mean, I'm pretty surprised that, well, there's the BDS and Astralis at the top, firstly. Well, they've been doing pretty good, showed a good performance, and I mean, the standings are pretty close.
Yes,
you
very,
see
very close.
Vitality 3 tied with 4 teams or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, they are a pretty strong team. I would rate them stronger than the like, first all of them.
Yeah, wow, okay, so higher up.
But yeah.
I mean, look, I've got some footage, some replays from BDS's game earlier today. I don't know if you had a chance to watch it, obviously when you were prepping for today, but Exakick, when this footage is on your screen, you see, like, we're going to start with BDS taking down Mad Lions here. I mean, let's talk a little bit about how well BDS are playing, how surprising is it at the top of the table? What do you think about the team and their performance?
I think their jungle is very, very good. Is performing very well. I think their top lane is also performing. I mean, everyone is kind of stepping up, and I think they kind of found their team identity, which is like playing around bot lane. And yeah, it's working pretty well, honestly.
What do you think? What do you think teams like, say, yourself, Exakick, and BDS will do better or worse when it gets to best of threes?
Better? Probably draft and probably exploring like new strategies in game, playing around different lanes. Maybe BDS will like play strong side top or play more around mid. But I think it's not really gonna change a lot, honestly. At least for us, I think it's mostly gonna be like teams like G2 and Astralis, who are really creative. I'd say that in BO3 they can play crazy stuff.
So do you get nervous when you think a little bit about best of threes? Do you think, as the reigning champion, Hansama, are any of the teams, does it change when you prepare for like an SK or a BDS in a BO1 versus BO3? How much does it impact your prep and your research and your approach to pick some bands?
I think the most important is to pick during the best of 3 and best of 5. Right now we're playing best of 1. I mean, this is as important as well, but I'm really trying to get everything figured out for best of 3. Yeah. This is the most. This is where I have to pick, and I think right now we are figuring some stuff out. We've been shaky at some times during our season. This
spring,
the spring season. But we are figuring still some stuff out, and I think we're gonna come up strong. I'm gonna make sure that I prep well for that.
I can feel the energy, Hans. I can really feel it. The thing is, you talk a little bit about like peaking at the right time and also some of the points. I think the spring split's been a weird one when you see some of the teams that have picked up wins, some of the teams that are struggling. Exakick, I love that you're nodding very vigorously. I'm going to put you in a slightly uncomfortable position because I want you to talk to me about the teams that suck right now. And there's 3 of them. Mad Lions, XL, and Heretics. Now, those are my words. Those are not his words, okay?
XL?
Yes, XL, Mad Lions, and Heretics. These 3 teams, 2 wins and 5 losses.
I think Heretics is just like... they just are not too great, I'd say, like individually, and I think it's costing them a lot of games. I don't remember what draft they played today, but it was probably a hard one. I think there was a Zeri or something.
Yeah, and I mean, look, when you look at these 3 teams, which 2 do you think will not go to the group stage?
I mean, I think XL is honestly kind of good now with the change, at least from the screens. From screens, they are not as bad as they were last week.
I mean, they looked really good in that game.
Yeah, it's just unlucky, honestly.
Who do you think from the 2 will be eliminated from the best of 3s? Which 2 teams?
2 teams out of these 3.
Those 3, yeah. And let me make it simple for you. Let me make it simple for you. The reason I had Mad Lions footage on the screen, we were looking at it, is SK play Mad Lions, G2 play Mad Lions, and I assume you're both going to win those games.
You know, if it would be really good for us if Mad Lion gets out, because from winter they made 2nd place.
Yes.
And if we want to make it to MSI and G2, let's say G2 wins against Spring Split.
Yes.
And if we place higher than Koi,
yes,
we would actually be at MSI.
We're gonna do championship points. So, I mean, you want Mad Lions to be eliminated.
Yeah,
you don't want them to get any points.
It would be sad because there is like my old head coach from LDFC, Zeph.
Yes.
But for SK, it would be kind of nice.
I mean, listen, like I was mentioning, right? So obviously, if the both of you win, if either XL or Heretics pick up 1 win, and assuming G2 and SK take down Mad Lions are eliminated. They don't go to groups. Our 2nd place from winter don't advance. I mean, Hans, you're quite surprised by that?
And they were finalists last split.
They peaked in the best ofs. It didn't manage to work. Look, we'll make some predictions a little bit later on who's going to win those games once I get to tomorrow's schedule. Before I do, though, I'm going to try something that I'm hoping will feel good and feel nice, right? Obviously, I have a winner and a loser on the sofa, and I'm going to ask each of my French players to give a compliment to the other either player or team, right? So I've given you a few minutes to think about it. Hansama, because you won, you get the honor of going first. Do you have a compliment for Exakick or SK Gaming instead of a trash talk statement? I want to feel good.
Well, I've been impressed of Exakick, career. I remember when it was a few years ago, and now we get to play on the same stage, which is I mean, I'm very happy having a French talent, AD carry coming into the league.
Yes, that's what I like.
Hopefully we can get to see that more.
Yes, I love it. You've been giving me the shoutcaster voice.
SK, yeah.
You don't have to do both. One is fine. One is fine.
I'm really happy to see how SK plays. I think they are pretty good. They give me a hard time from time to time, and well, us a hard time from time to time. And I think their team can be very good. Very good.
Thank you so much, Hansama. Exakick, it's your turn. Hansama or G2?
He knows probably. Like it's been how many years? Probably like 5 years that I was a big fanboy, right? And I think he was very good in like mechanically, and then he became a very good player, smart player. And I was really sad those past years where he couldn't get any trophy, and when he lost semifinals 2018, something against T1.
Yep.
I was really sad, but now I'm very happy that he gets the chance to prove himself again internationally, because I think he's very good.
Was it 2018 or 2016 Misfits? I can't remember what it was, but yeah.
But
2017.
There you go.
I mean, he's still like the player I'm looking up to in Europe, at least, because I mean, it's kind of deeper than that, because we are both like a big brother that's supporting us. We play ADC, we are French.
Can I tell you something? First of all, thank you so much. I realize it's a little bit awkward, but I will also tell you, Exakick, in our Match of the Week video, Reckless himself specifically went, wait, hang on, we're Match of the Week. And secondly, he went, I need to get better because the current king of Europe is Hansama. And Hansama himself also said the reason you started playing Draven was when you watched Reckless all those years ago. Yeah. It took some time. Eventually, you overtook him, and you're the champion, right? So first of all, thank you so much. That was great. The reason I have that set up is for tomorrow's schedule. We're going to take a look at the 5 games. We're going to end it with G2 versus Fnatic. Also, if you are in Europe, Daylight Savings kicks in tonight. I freaking hate Daylight Savings. Get rid of that nonsense. It's terrible. But for SK, you guys are going to be playing Mad Lions, as I mentioned. So let's do this. Exakick, I want you to give me a prediction. Who's going to win between G2 and Fnatic? And then Hansama, I'm going to ask you who's going to win between SK and Mad Lions. All right. So Exakick, who wins that game and why?
In G2?
Yeah.
It's kind of, I hope at least.
But Fnatic on a 3-game win streak?
I really like Reckless. I mean, it's kind of hard for me. Like, I want both to win, but I think realistically, I think G2 is a better team right now. But I would not be surprised if Fnatic wins too. Like, it's kind of...
Yes, that's what I want to hear.
Really know.
Hype. Hansama, Mad Lions versus SK. Who's going to win?
Well, I'm looking forward to SK winning. Because, well, I think you guys are stronger. And I'm looking towards to see that match. I'm sure Exados
Exados. Oh, I love it. You know what I love? You're trying to put the shoutcaster voice on. You're coming for my job, you know, so I like it. Keep it different. Keep it different. All right, listen, that does it for us today. I do want to say thank you very much. Just before we go and we get ready for the PGL selfie, I do have a prop. I need to get the Baguette sword, which Hansama, you have to wield, because as the champion of today's game, you get to hold the Baguette sword for our selfie, which, oh my God, I don't have my camera. Wait, don't run away, don't run away. I don't have my camera. I'm such a rookie, I wasn't supposed to host today, I wasn't prepared. Okay, come join me over here, gentlemen. Oh, sorry, there we go. Okay, we're gonna get this one up here. Let's get Baguette sword in. We'll go that way, because Boomer, hide the belly. There we go, 1, 2, 3. Thank you so much. Goodbye, everybody. Sharks, Law, you guys have to do this. You're so much better than me. You guys can sit back down. If you missed any of the action, you can watch the rebroadcast just a few minutes on twitch.tv/LEC. Congratulations. Merci beaucoup. Omelette du fromage. French all the way. Let's go. Cheers, everybody.
Upset. 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 Upset.
Actually, how come your name is Upset? I never asked you that, actually, I think.
Yeah, me too.
You're actually, like, upset.
And they managed to pick that up. I think they'll get bots here too as well now. With Adam not having ult and 10 seconds left on Baron.
Ooh. Photon is going to try to burn through. One shot! One kill. The tidal wave now fishing for the follow-up. Will not find it.
I can move this. I can move this, guys.
One dead.
I have really good position here.
Oh, I'm stunned. Kill him.
That's fine.
I can go save here.
Kill him. Go. I can. Go. We can.
Nice guy, get reset.
Hey, go bot, game over.
Penta! It's fine.
He can step further forward. Patrick diving forward. Aquavism hits, but so does the shot laser flash for flash. Comp though, Xerxes dives forward. He hit a minion, but he flashes, but he'll die for it.
Okay.
Oh, they had me for a second there, Medic, I'm not gonna lie. That minion's got a headache. He doesn't feel too good.
Where's the Rocket going? I think they can take this fight. Here's the Rocket.
Rocket. Big onto Carzzy. Carzzy incredibly low now.
Oscar.
In the midst of everyone.
Yeah, he did. You have no creep, okay?
It doesn't matter, I'm taking.
Yeah.
He did.
Listen, fight.
Inclusion. Nice. Holy sh! Nexus, guys. Nexus. Let's go.
Holy
Just now turning back. The Shroud is gone. Surely he has no way out of this one. He needs to get away from this Cho'Gath. Going back in. Protobelt out. Silence there. Sidestep back. The movement's clean, but not clean enough.
He's dancing on him. The Cho'Gath.
Oh, he's so big.